Welcome to my channel. Here I'm going to be talking about how to enable self-service password resets and also how organization can manage its authentication methods and how to implement secret key. Secret key is a passwordless authentication method where you can use things like USB key that are in form of a USB and plug it on your laptop or on your device, which will now install a certificate and generates a PIN which you're going to use to access your device. So looking at this process, first of all, you have to be a global administrator or a user administrator for you to be able to enable self-service password reset for users or groups in an organization. Now I will go to my Microsoft Azure AD tenant or Azure Active Directory. Also know that before you now implement self-service password reset, you must have a user, which are member native tenants and groups. If you don't know how to create a user or groups, try as much as possible to watch my previous channels on how to create users and how to create groups. But I'll create a user here now. Let's see, I'll create a user here now. I'll create a new user. Hmm. Display name. Display name. And you could see now the password is generated. I can decide not to generate the password. And when this user is trying to access its logins, the user will be requested to now change the password. Okay, let's go further. You can then give the user is a member and not a guest. You can decide now to put all the user information and also to put user location, which is very important. Let me give a role to the user, authentication administrator, one role, and select and also review. And this is the user I've created roles, but not in any group. I'll create. My user is successfully created. Let me check this user. Now we could see the user I just created is Nani, and let me add this user to a group. Which group I'll add to this user right now? And remember, this is the user password, the email address, which the user gonna use to access the platform. And this is a group. Cloud security group. I'll select. Then now I've added the user Nani to a group. Let me go to all my users. Let me go to groups. Cloud security. Let me check all the members. Now we could see that Nani is added as a member of this group. So all the licenses and securities that are under this group, Nani will get it. So let me go further, go to my tenants. Then let's start implementing self-service password resets. We go to password resets. Now let me select. We'll select the cloud security group. Now the cloud security group is selected. I click save. The password reset now it's saved for the cloud security group. Authentication methods. These are the authentication methods for this cloud security group. The minimum we have to select a 1, we select a 2. These are authentication methods we will see for the cloud security groups, which the cloud security group members can use to implement a passwordless authentication and also enable self-service password reset. Let's go to the registration. Now, this registration means the user has this number of days to be able to now initiate an authentication method, whichever type the user needs or wants that the user will use to implement a multi-factor authentication on the user's device. So let me put like 15 days, then require users to register when signing in. Yes. Fine. Then let me go to notification. The notification is yes, the user needs to do password reset, and also the admin have to reset it. Then let's go to customization. This is to enable the user to ask any questions, or if the user has a problem, either send an email to the help desk or a URL that can help the user to follow the process. Now, after this customization, the next thing I will do is to access the user's platform and to see how the user can enable self-service password resets. So what next should the user do right now after I've already finished setting up everything? Now I will go to search with a URL here. Now let me sign in with another user. Let me go back. Yeah, let me sign in with this account. This is at sign in. This is a user we created. Then next, I'll put the password. Now, to do a new password for the user, new password. And sign in. Okay, the password did not match. Okay, let me do another password. So I want to use a stronger password. Yes. So to understand, having a strong password is very important. Now, the user is requested to implement a self-service password reset and use Microsoft Authenticator app. I'll click next. Then click next. Now you have to download Microsoft Authenticator app on your phone to be able to continue accessing it. I've already downloaded Microsoft Authenticator app on my phone. Go to your phone, go to your Play Store to download Microsoft Authenticator app. I'll click next. Now I'll get a prompt on my Microsoft Authenticator app. Click next. So what next I will do right now is to scan this. So once I scan it, I'll get a code on my phone. Now this code, I'll put it on my phone, 99. Yet I've already put it and confirmed. We could see now I've already approved through the Microsoft Authenticator app. And I click next. My app is successfully registered. And I'm done. So next time the user wants to sign in, the user must have to sign in through the Microsoft Authenticator app. You could see this is the user account, and these are devices, and this is the password, and this is the sign in. And let's look at the devices, no devices, password. The user can now also decide to change the password, but I'm not changing the password now. The user can change the password, manage organizations, also change the settings, review recent activities and everything. And the security information for the user. Now on this security information, we could see that the user is using Microsoft Authenticator app. Let's try another method, something like security key, which I've already talked about with the passkey implementation of security enabled by cryptography encryptions, and also which is known as a physical key, which comes in form of a USB. Now let's enable another method. Now this is other methods that I selected that the user can use to enable a self-service password reset. Now let's go to security key. We add the security key. Now the user can access and implement this authentication method either by using USB device or by using NFS device. Then let's use USB device. You can see now this is the first installation of the USB device. I have my USB device, which is the security key, I will now plug it on my USB port. And once I plug it, the security key now will send data relay message to the authentication platform enabled by Active Directory, which will now confirm the security key. And once the security key is confirmed, it will generate an identity pin for me. Once you generate an identity key for me, the security key has already generated a certificate. This certificate is what protects my identity verification. Now it is directing me through the window to my security key. Now you see the passkey implementation. I can use my security key. Now it is time for me to plug my security key. So set up your security key to sign in and log in as Noni. So once you have your security key, you plug it and continue with the generation of security key. Very soon, watch on my channel. Keep an eye. I'll get a security key, a FIDO key authentication to implement in one of my channels. Examples of security key that are multi-factor authentication passwordless. We can have Swiss IBIT Shard Key Pro. We also have YubiKey. We also have Google Titan Key. I've already talked about FIDO authentication method. If you want to know generally how passwordless works and also how FIDO authentication method works, go to my channel, look for the FIDO authentication method, and watch how security key enables a great layer passwordless authentication method. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, to like, and comment. Thank you. Yeah, because I don't have it, I have to put it. So now it's telling me right now to insert my security key in the USB. So this is a process on how you can use security key as a multi-factor authentication method to protect your device and also to organizations to protect their data. Thank you. Bye and have a nice day.